What's up, guys? Miggy the Tech Guy here, and today we're here to talk about the OnePlus 7T Pro McClaren Edition in 2023. What are my thoughts? Let's find out. The OnePlus 7T Pro McClaren Edition is still my daily driver here in 2023, and the reason being is because I already own it. I do want to say that if you are looking to have this device now, I don't really recommend buying it unless you can get it on a really good price on eBay. Amazon kind of stopped at $360, $375 for this device on Amazon for renewed. So I don't really recommend buying it like that. So if you can get a good deal on it on eBay for like way less than that, maybe buy it, just because then it's a no-brainer purchase for like $180, $200 to me. It still holds up. And again, I have tested so many different devices. I've even used to daily drive the Galaxy S21 Ultra that I got right here. I daily drove this little bad boy. Awesome phone. Daily drove the OnePlus 9 Pro. So another OnePlus device, OnePlus 9 Pro. Daily drove this. And daily drove the OnePlus 10 Pro. All three of those devices I've used extensively. I kind of switch out occasionally anyway, just because I want to test them, see how they're holding up now. But as it stands, this is what has my SIM card in it, the OnePlus 7T Pro McClaren Edition, because it holds up so well even here in 2023. It's amazing. It's so crazy how good this phone is from 2019 to 2023. We've already hit a point where like smartphones are kind of overkill, for day-to-day use and everything in between, to be honest with you. They're little supercomputers in your pocket, and they have been, in my opinion, since end of 2018 into 2019, that you don't really need more than this in terms of raw power from your phone if all you're doing is the typical stuff. Obviously, gaming is a little different, which this little device can still surprisingly game. It can do Fortnite, it can do a bunch of different games at, solid graphics settings and everything like that and hold up. It does get warm over time, but I think a lot of phones do, especially because they're little thin slabs. But at that point, you're gonna get a gaming phone anyway, probably, or just if you're that serious about gaming, you might as well go get a gaming phone, is what I'm saying. But if you're a normal phone user, any smartphones at all, if you have a OnePlus 7 Pro or OnePlus 7T Pro in general, it's just not worth upgrading to anything else from this device, because I've used, like I said, the OnePlus 10 Pro, the OnePlus 9 Pro, the Galaxy S21 Ultra. To be honest with you, the only phone on that list that actually stands a chance of wanting me to be the daily driver is the Galaxy S21 Ultra. It's a really great phone. And using it, and the problem was that it was just not working with my service for some reason. I have Mint Mobile. It was just having an issue on Android 12. I did update it to Android 13, so I haven't tested it since then. So I could go back to it, but the point I'm trying to make is that I keep going back to the OnePlus 7T Pro McClaren Edition because of how good it is overall, and the use cases out of it. In some cases, I prefer it over a lot of devices just because this device here has enough power to do everything that I need it to do, which is answer calls, answer text messages, emails, even do some light video editing via KineMaster to post for TikToks and all sorts of different stuff. So it does everything I need it to do. And the only real thing out of this device that it shows its age, to be honest, is the camera setup, but it wasn't good when it came out. So for it to be the weakest link on it was no surprise at all. It doesn't stand up to most cameras, especially nowadays. It didn't back then, but it doesn't now today. But it still takes good pictures, and I think that's kind of the crazy thing, is that it takes more than adequate enough photos. And I've seen a couple other content creators who are using OnePlus devices, the OnePlus 7 Pro, the OnePlus 7T Pro, things like that, as daily drivers, or keep coming back to them because of how good it really is. This is pinnacle OnePlus right here. This is the greatest phone they ever created, in my opinion. It's that notchless display. There's no punch hole. That's crazy. For a design from 2019, you got Quad HD, you've got 90 hertz refresh, which, by the way, 90 hertz refresh and 120 hertz, not a huge enough difference like 60 hertz to 90 hertz was. I don't miss 120 hertz. I said it in my last video about the OnePlus 7T Pro McClaren, but 90 hertz will do you justice just fine. It's good. It's more than good. It's great. And there has been a lot more faster charging as of late and stuff like that. The 30T charger for this is obviously not top tier anymore, and that's fine. I think 30T is still perfectly adequate. It still charges it fast enough where you don't have to charge overnight, and if you forget to charge, that you plug it in for a good 15-20 minutes, you're still gonna have a day's worth of charge in it. We've already hit like a point where like you're spoiled with these smartphones, even since 2019. Like, this has 12 gigs of RAM in it, which a lot of phones are shipping with still 12 or even 8 gigs of RAM, like the OnePlus 10 Pro that I have right there. So it's like, it's already future-proofed by so large margins that it's hard to justify using another device. And like I said before, if you find it for a good deal at this point on eBay, and making sure, the biggest problem you're probably gonna have to deal with is battery life, to be honest, and screen burn-in. Those are two glaring issues with this device, purchasing it now, and that's why I don't really recommend that you do that. Another not so cool thing is that obviously it's reached end of life for software updates, so you probably aren't gonna get it. Mine doesn't even have Android 12 right now, but Android 11 is fine, and it runs speedy. Everything opens up the way that I want it to. I have a gripe with Android 13 on the OnePlus 10 Pro. For some reason, it has a glitch where like sometimes I'm in an app and I hit the home button, it doesn't take me home, and it just gives me issues. And I have to press the multitasking button, which takes me into the multitasking screen and gives me issues there anyway to get back home. So like, it's almost like it's taking extra steps to do normal stuff on the phone. And that's just a no-go for me when the OnePlus 7T Pro can handle everything I throw at it and more with ease, and still feels like the day I bought it. And the day that it came out, to be honest with you, because I had a OnePlus 7 Pro when that first came out, and it's just as speedy. That's a crazy thing to think about, is that it's so fantastic that it still feels like one of the speediest devices I've ever used, and I've tested the other ones. So if that's not a testament to this, I don't know what is. This is a device that I'm going to continue to use because it's more than worth it. Like, I keep coming back to it. It's still the device I want to use in my day-to-day life because of how great it really is. It does the job and more, and that's a huge thing. Now, this video wasn't to talk about all of its specs or get into detail of things. If you want more in depth on it, obviously you can go check my last video about the OnePlus 7T Pro, but I'm still here to make the argument to the fact that if you have one of these devices, or if you are contemplating and you really don't have a lot of money, but you want a really amazing phone, this is something to try to find out there so that you can have the greatest experience. You're not gonna be yearning for more, I promise you. It's such a great device. You can take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but at the end of the day, this device here holds up completely well against some of the greats from the previous year. Even, I would honestly venture to guess that I do not have a OnePlus 11 or anything with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in it to test against. I would venture to guess that it kind of holds up well to those devices as well, because if it's holding up against the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, it's going to hold up against the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Again, it does everything. It can do all of it. And that's the crazy thing, is gaming, photos, even solid video editing, and all sorts of things. It's a little computer, and it's from 2019. And I'm going to keep using it because of how awesome this device truly is. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please let me know if you guys are still using a OnePlus 7 Pro or 7T Pro or 7T Pro McLaren. Let me know what your thoughts on this is, what device you guys are using. If you're not using one of these devices, you guys can leave that in the comments below. I want to get the community talking, just to see everybody's opinion on what I have to say here, because in my opinion, it's one of the greatest devices to ever exist. And that's why I keep using it day to day. I am Miggy the Tech Guy. If you guys liked what you saw, go ahead and give it a like. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you really liked my channel, you can go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below. Otherwise, I'm Miggy the Tech Guy, and I'm out of here.